The next phase is what we refer to as the symptoms phase. And I heard it just a moment ago, that maybe I can sleep better if this would have happened, or maybe there's other things in your life, eating habits, relationship issues. Maybe there are things that have changed since this event. I'm going to turn this part over to our mental health professional, Bart, who's going to explain some things to look out for, signs, symptoms, and also some information on how to help you.
I do have a handout, and I will pass these around the room. If you'd like to, just take one and hand it on down for each one. What I've been hearing so far is some fairly common reactions to a difficult situation. Don't feel like you're the only one that who are experiencing these feelings. As Mike already said, we've heard some of the symptoms already. The stress, the not knowing what's going on, the difficulty sleeping, maybe even the re-experiencing the situation when you saw the bullet holes and you thought about your children. One of the things that we like to say about critical incidents is the reality of it is a very common or normal reaction to an abnormal situation. Sometimes we fall prey to the thinking of, what's wrong with me? Why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling? Sometimes it's because of a negative feeling. Sometimes it's because of a positive feeling. Man, I'm so glad to be alive, and I'm so glad we got out of this okay. And thinking, oh, wait a minute, there's somebody that's dead. I should be feeling worse. No matter what reaction you're having, it's your reaction. And if you look at the list that you have in your hands, there are some different symptoms that we have. The first we see in the quadrant to the left is the physical symptoms. We have maybe some headaches, maybe an elevated heart rate, muscle tremors, difficulty breathing. Sometimes when you think about it, maybe you're in bed or maybe you're driving down the road, just since it's happened, and you find your throat kind of closing up a little bit and difficulty breathing and your heart races. That's normal. We look at the emotional symptoms. Maybe you find yourself maybe a little bit more anxious the last couple of days. Maybe the mental picture of your children may be popping up into your mind more. Maybe when you're dispatching, it may be, well, could this happen again? Or the next time, would we not be so fortunate and it'd be one of our own? Could be maybe irritability. It doesn't take as much to set you off. Maybe anger. It could be anger at the shooter. It could be anger at the situation. Sometimes it could be anger at, well, why didn't he get on the freaking radio and just let me know that he was still okay? Those are common reactions to these situations. Thoughts of suicide, homicide. If you are having those feelings, we are going to be here. Any of these things that are causing you some difficulty, we're going to be here after this debriefing is over. We'll be hanging around the back of the room. If you'd like to talk some more, we will be available. There are some cognitive, mental symptoms, nightmares, maybe that you're re-experiencing by way of dreams. That's as well normal. Blaming someone, disorientation, behavioral symptoms. Maybe you find yourself withdrawing from others, a change in social activity. If you notice here on the bottom right, loss or increase of appetite. Could very well be that you get home and for the next few days after this incident, you find yourself, your spouse is saying, here, come on, let's eat. And you don't feel like eating. You're not hungry. Or it could be, if you're like me, when you get emotional, you want to find all the junk food you can find, and so maybe you're willing to eat more than you normally do. Change in sleep patterns. Could be that you can't get to sleep, no matter how hard you try. You can't get to sleep. Could be that you go to sleep and you don't want to get up in the morning. Those are all things that could be normal symptoms from a traumatic situation. If you turn over on the back, these are some things that may be distorted, that you experienced and you thought you were just going crazy. That's probably not true. That's a very normal thing that you experience. Sometimes tunnel vision, sometimes time slows down while the shots were being fired. I've heard of people saying that they literally could see the bullet going out of the gun. There are some who thought it lasted 10 minutes, and come later when they find out the dispatch time, it all took place in less than a minute. So those are some things that could take place. But what about what to do? You notice there's some things on the right-hand side, things to try within the next few hours, the next day or two. Your schedule. Make some time for exercise, whether it's just taking your dog out for a walk, just doing something that you would normally do that would bring you some satisfaction, maybe some joy. Try those things. Try to get back to a regular routine, structure. Keep your time busy. Don't hole away by yourself and get the video game or just sit in the recliner and veg out. Try to stay busy with relationships with people that you have, that you connect with, maybe your family, maybe good friends. Talk to people. One of the best things that we find is if you're able to talk to others. Your support network could be a family, could be a good friend, could be someone else in the department, could be someone who lives 1,000 miles away. Talk about it. Don't be afraid to put it in words, what you're feeling and what you're experiencing, because what we find is most often the more we talk about it, the less the emotional side is attached to it, and as time goes on, you're going to feel less of the physical response to that emotional trauma, and as time goes on, it can, and I'm pretty sure it will get better for you. Some people keep a journal. They write down their thoughts. They write down what they're going through during the day. I would recommend don't make any major life changes. If you're thinking about throwing in the towel with the relationship, give it some time. If you're thinking about making a major purchase in your life, sometimes we do that emotionally. Give it some time. Don't make any major life changes within the next few days. Let that have a chance to settle down. Get rest. Get plenty of it. Drink plenty of water. Be careful with the alcohol. Be careful with the things that we try to do to calm our nerves, but really alcohol is a depressant. So be careful with that. Drink plenty of fluids, plenty of water. What water will do is flush out the adrenaline, those toxins in our system. So plenty of rest. Drink a good bit of water. If you're not used to that, just try it. It will be good for you. And get busy doing something. Nothing else, just take a walk.